Back, ladies and gentlemen, this is Snack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It's going to be on MLG Shakuras Plateau. I love this map. Fabz and Vinny going to be battling it out. Now, Vinny showing a lot of strength versus Terran player in that first game that we saw. But now he's going to be taking on a Terran player. However, Fabz is going to be a diamond level player. Now, he has definitely got a lot of skill. I have seen Fabz play before. It's been a little while since I've seen him play. But he has definitely got some serious skill. And if I remember correctly, I do believe that he is one of those kind of aggressive type players, likes to do a little bit of dropping and stuff like that. Could be fun to see. So we'll see how Vinny's going to do it, and especially how Vinny will deal with it there, because Vinny tends to be a little bit more safe. Tries to play very, very passively, I think, in many respects, and make big pushes and such. So we'll see how that's going to work. It could feed right into him, or it could work against him. We'll see how that's going to go. But so far, the spawning positions are going to be Vinny as our orange Protoss player up here in the top right-hand corner. Bottom left is Fabz. He is red. He is also Terran. I love TVP as well on this map. So it is going to be cross positions here. And Vinny going to be cruising out across the map here with his probe scout. Going to try and gather a little bit of intel. And off he goes to the correct position now. However, there is not going to be any wall off here, so he is going to make it up into his opponent's base. However, he may have to worry about Marines. Marines should be on the way here in just a little while. Look, we do have a refinery here from Fabz. Looks to be like a standard opener. Could potentially see a 1-1-1 type build here versus his Protoss opponent. Not a bad play. Vinny working on his gas as well, so standard opener thus far. We'll see if he is going to go for any crazy shenanigans here, or if he is just going to go for his standard 3-gate robo type play versus Terran. We'll see. Looks like it's about time for the Cybercore. Cybercore going to go down. Yes, it is. So standard, not a bad play though, that's for sure. I do like that during, in these tournament settings, you do see a lot of people playing very, very safe. I mean, they really, really want to give themselves the best possible chance to take it down, and especially in a best of one matchup, you've got to be a little bit careful. Oh, look at this. Vinny coming back in to sacrifice the probe. Yikes. He was going to get away there, I thought for sure, but he came back in just to see. Oh, he was trying to get a look at what was going down. He wanted to see if it was a tech lab. Indeed it is. So he did see the tech lab. That was good. Smart move there. Do have an SCV cruising in here. Going to be trying to get in the mix. Oh, wow. Trying to be pesky. I like it. Cybercore gone down here, as well as our first Stalker coming out. And guess where he is rallied to this SCV. And the SCV is like, bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm ready. He's like taunting him. It's the SCV taunt. Oh, yep. And looks like the Stalker not going to be able to chase that guy down, unfortunately. But look at this. We do have a gas steal here from Vinny, of all things. And he does see the Reaper because of that. So kind of interesting there. Nice play. But does see the Reaper. The Reaper not going to be terribly effective, that's for sure. Especially since at this point, Vinny will know that it is a potential to see that guy cruise up into his base. We're going to see some Marauders out on the field here. We do have an expand going down up at the high ground here for Fabz. Looks to be in fairly decent time. And guess what? An expand on the low ground here for Vinny. Same idea, different position. Of course, obviously, Nexus don't move like those command centers do. So looks like more barracks here. Going to be sticking with infantry army here for Fabz. So not a 1-1-1. But infantry play, not a bad deal there. So, oh, look at this. We're going to have a bunker go down. So he's going to be gearing up for his expand here in fairly decent style. Wants to be okay. And here comes our Reaper harass. Reaper going to be cruising in here to see several Stalkers are ready and waiting. Going to take that guy down very, very quick. And the expand here for Vinny looks to be in pretty decent shape. Same thing for Fabz. He does have his command center complete. Is he going to go for orbital first or fly that sucker right on out? Yep, orbital first. And a factory now going down, so I assume Fabz trying to tech to Starport so that he can get out some medevacs. Probably going to be going for some drops here eventually, as well as just having them in your army. That's always good. Some heal in the army. Not a bad play. Okay, reactor going down on this factory. Going to be double tech labs here. We are working on stim. Nice looking play from Fabz. thus far. Let's just check in on the economy here. 28 probes, 25 SCVs. Obviously, that mule advantage is going to be very, very helpful there for Fabz moving forward. We've got Icefire out on the live stream crying about my brackets, how they always put him up against the players that go to the semis. Oh, it's sad. I know, it can be frustrating in these open brackets like that. That's okay. Icefire is a phenomenal player. So, high five to Icefire. We do hope that he will make it a little bit further next time. And I do want to mention that soon we're going to start doing more than just a first place prize for these tournaments. That is on the way. So press 1 if you're excited about more than just first place getting paid. I think that's going to be tons of fun. But we do have this bunker gone down, fairly decent time, a good deal of Marauders and Marines here, but Fabz teching up here quite a bit. Well, not teching up necessarily, but macroing up, I should say, is probably the best way to put it. An observer cruising around here is going to see that starport working on some medevacs here. It does have a reactor, but only one pumping out at this moment. But Fabz probably going to be tossing down a couple extra barracks here in just a little while. He's going to be grabbing a second gas. His factory going to be cruising out across the map. And it is going to be Colossus Tech for Vinny. Let's just go check in his base. We haven't been there in just a little while. And yeah, Vinny, pretty decent shape. Going to be chrono boosting out his first Colossus. Got to love it. He did go ahead and grab an Immortal from that Robo. It looks to be in fairly decent shape at this point. Units tab showing Fabz with a fairly substantial economic lead here. So same number of harvesters. However, the mules do make up a lot really when it comes down to it. Let's just check in on the income and see how much the difference is. Look at that. It's like 400, just about almost 400 extra minerals, and that's it's a big difference. So Fabz with a slight economic advantage there. But we do have Thermal Lance on the way here. More Colossus going to be out on the field here in just a moment. The first one already there. Factory for Fabz going to be cruising around the backside of the map. Looks like he is going to try and sack this guy to gather a little bit of extra intel. Not a bad deal. But Vinny with a fairly substantial army here, that's for sure. Does not have any upgrades on these guys quite yet. At this point, I would like to see him go ahead and toss down at least one forge and get out at least an armor upgrade, since he is going to be going against mass Marine Marauder here. Got to worry about having a little bit of armor upgrades there. I think at this point is about the best play. But these guys are going to be cruising out across the field. He's got a couple Vikings here. The Vikings really going to keep those Colossus at bay, but that just may not be enough Vikings to make those Colossus that little effective or less effective. Or I think that they will still do plenty of damage in this engagement, considering how small the armies are. And since there are only those 2 Vikings, we are going to add a third, it looks like, to the army here in just a moment. Going to be double medevacs in the army, but here they come. A little bit of a drop here from Fabz. Going to get thwarted there fairly quickly, but Fabz gearing up for his main attack. Oh no, he's backing out. Did not like what he saw there. Absolutely backing out. Interesting play here. So didn't like what he saw. Vinny going to be cruising forward here. He's got triple Colossus. Still no upgrades on these guys. I would like to see some upgrades. Fabz, notice that Fabz getting out his infantry weapons level 1. I think a smart play there. Oh, sniped! Vinny, nice snipe. Taking out a medevac chuck full of Marines and Marauders. That's a good snipe. That makes you happy if you're a Protoss player. If you play Terran, you're probably going, erg. That can be frustrating, and indeed it can, but he is going to be cruising out here. Going to try and kill off a Marine. There he goes. Dead Marine. And Fabz gearing himself up for this engagement here. Trying to spread his army here. Wants to try and make these guys a little bit more effective against these Colossus. Here come your Vikings. Is it going to be enough Vikings? Look, the Vikings get focused down here fairly quickly by the Stalkers. Too many Colossus still going to be on the map. Fab's going to be backing out, and that is game! Just like that. Too much to handle, and Vinny takes down the win with that push. Beautiful play there from Vinny. I think he gauged his opponent just right, and that is game. Tons and tons of fun. Thanks for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys in our next game, so don't alt-tab. Always on StarCraft. We'll catch you then.